Or did it start a new stream?
Refreshing. It's it's still showing alive, but it's still showing it's hanging on live. It might not be officially ended.
It looks like we've got a new stream.
Okay, that's good.
I mean,
Can you go into your
yeah, 558. Yeah, they look, that's it. That's how easy it is.
there we go.
And then I'm gonna give you wait, I'm gonna
As soon as you
spam. Okay,
start it
so
up,
here's
I
the
can
link.
just
Here's
put
the
it in
link.
there.
Here's the link. Hopefully this works, right? There we go. That's the link right there, right, for the new stream
Where did you put it?
in YouTube chat. Oh wait, they can't see. They can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is like the MR. They can't hear what I'm saying, but like, right, that's the
No, that's well, I got out of the live chat trying to click. Mm, I can't actually see the live chat anymore.
well, it should be like a new live chat.
Oh,
That
oh,
like I've just
the new
started.
live chat. Okay.
I just started it.
All right. Let me take this call. I'll be back.
How are we doing, chat? Are we good in the new stream? It looks like some of you have made it over. Some of you are claiming first already. Here we go. You hear everything. We're back. We're back. Okay, so yeah, where we're leaving it kind of is this, that I wanted to give you some closure on the screenshot, which, like I said, when I saw it, I was disturbed. My first reaction is that sounds anti-Semitic, and um, I mean, I'm not gonna like say that Hasan needs to be deplatformed over activity of one of his guests, one of his an interviewee, who that he didn't know about, right? But you know, it changes, you know, how I feel about. It would change how I feel about, you know, our Timothy Chalamet, right? But I kind of want to know, and I have a feeling, right, from what I'm hearing from Zara, from what we've gotten, Shakespeare, what happened to Hassan? Indeed, indeed. Oh my God, that's like asking me to take it back to the beginning. So for any of you just joining us, and you might be because I started a new stream, there's every chance that you're just joining us. Hasan brought on a guest, uh, somebody who's been kind of blowing up on TikTok, a Yemeni gentleman of 19 years of age, who has a strange resemblance to Timothee Chalamet. Thus, he was dubbed Timothee Chalamet, right? And this is in the wake of what's going on in Yemen with the stoppage of maritime trade in the Red Sea, based on, you know, the like vessels getting taken over, right? And then the US and British response to that, which was to bomb Yemen, right? A country that's been at war, at civil war since 2011. And so, you know, really has been hit with like everything they could be hit with, has been, you know, under military action since 2011, both you know, in terms of their own civil war and in terms of the Saudi intervention in that, famously U.S. droning of Yemen, right? So in other words, they're going to take an ineffectual action that feels good because they want maritime trade to continue, and you know, Yemen, or at least a faction of Yemen, is stopping that, right? So that's what we're talking about. Now people are saying that this guy is a terrorist based on nothing, based on, just kind of preconceptions about Yemen, based on, some things that are going on in Yemen that aren't good, but that don't necessarily have to do with the guy that Hasan interviewed. He claimed that he wasn't a militant. He didn't answered questions and like, that in a way that doesn't belie any sort of like anti-Semitism or anything like that. Somebody did find a TikTok that he did and translate some text that was on it. Google translates, right, which is not a good translation, and came up with a phrase that sounded vaguely anti-Semitic. So we're trying to interrogate that and find out what this phrase really means to anybody who speaks, Arabic, particularly Yemeni Arabic. So that's where we're at right now. What happened to Hassan? Destiny. That's a great answer. That's a great answer. And again, sorry Twitch, I didn't mention. Yeah, game over. Correct. I was so close. I don't know if you saw the last game that I played, but on every level there's a vampire that you get to fight, and I was like right at the vampire when I lost, right? That's the whole thing. You're leveling up and everything in this game, and I think you get some kind of mega boost from beating the vampire. I was like all the way leveled up, so like I wasn't, at the point where um I could really make any more progress, and I was just getting spammed by the evil demonic forces. But we started up again. I'm 5 minutes into this run. Hopefully we can talk to Shakespeare, who supposedly is able to read what's written and can give us a sense of how it was meant, what it means, like what this would mean to a Yemeni Arabic speaker, rather than what this means to Google Translates. Because I don't know if you know this, right? But that's like not a it doesn't yield good translations. It doesn't yield quality translations. But the Destiny orbit is, they're so sure they got their slam dunk, they got their nuke now, right? They found the TikTok, it's got the text on it, they ran it through Google Translates, and it says, something that sounds sussy about Jewish people, right? So we're trying to get a sense of what was actually said, and hopefully our source will return. Apparently she had just gone to dinner at the time when I would have been ready to talk to her. So I'm gonna play a little bit more of this Vampire Survivor while we wait to get a hold of Shakespeare and or Dat Katie, who have some interesting perspectives on this. But yeah, I actually just picked this game up last night, and I'd been resisting it for a long time. People had been telling me you gotta play Vampire Survivor. People had been showing me this game. They did everything they could to try to get me to recognize that like this is a game that's particularly good for stream, because it's very easy to play, and at the same time talk to chat, talk to a guest, react to videos. We tried it with the Twitch integration, and maybe some other time, right, when we've got more people actively playing in Twitch chat. The problem with that is it spams up the chat. So anybody that's like on YouTube, you're seeing all these like ones and twos and A's and B's and C's, and that's just people like voting on what kind of boost that I'll get there. But it's probably easier if I choose the boost, just so that it moves along nicely. And yeah, we're just sort of in a holding pattern, waiting to hopefully get a better perspective on what was actually said, what was actually written on that TikTok, which I don't think is what Destiny's fans are selling it as, right? They're selling this as a smoking gun of anti-Semitism from Rashid, the guy that Hasan interviewed, and therefore, like, I mean, I would assume like the logical conclusion of what they're saying is a logical rationale to deplatform Hasan, which people have been talking about, right? Over with the idea that he's platforming a terrorist. Now, there's nothing about this guy that says that, he's a terrorist. There's not even anything that says that he's a militant. When asked about it, he said he wasn't. He had a pretty normal reaction to the fact that in the United States, a lot of the movement for a ceasefire is being led by Jewish people. So and we can't say for sure. We don't know what's in anybody's heart of hearts. What anybody's like true feelings on it are. But the fact that they're so quick to paint this guy as like an anti-Semitic terrorist, I think is really disturbing and really belies like more implicit racism on the part of Destiny and his community than anything else. Yeah, they are not kidding. You can literally, like, once you get used to this game, you can literally play it while you're doing like 8 other things. Is what the one thing I really need though, chat, for this game is probably a chat overlay, right? Because that's the one thing that's kind of hard. Well, I guess I can like sort of look at it like this, right? If I look at this screen, I'm good because I just want to be able to see what chat is saying. Chess time, yeah. The chests are when you beat like a boss enemy, you get a chest, and the chest levels up like a random thing. Sometimes 3 random things. Sometimes you get 3 in 1. Sometimes you even get 5 in 1 if you're super lucky. But this game is all about managing RNG because there's, you're not guaranteed what you're gonna get to even choose from. And so it's kiting the enemies effectively. It's RNG. It's choosing what to level up when, as far as weapons, as far as stats, as far as speed, all that stuff. It can be leveled up. You're started with a character that kind of has like a base weapon and a base set of attributes, but then you're building the character based on what you get from the RNG. Oh hell yeah! See, like that's a good item right there. That is. And it's a big tip of the hat to like the Castlevania era of games. It's not really like a Metroidvania type game, like that's the type of 2D side scroller is what old school Castlevania was. I've never really played it though. I'm familiar with Castlevania, funny enough, through a Minecraft mod that's meant to sort of simulate Castlevania, I guess, in Minecraft. So, but you can tell by the names, by the weapons, by the you get garlic and laurel. Like a lot of this has like Castlevania DNA in it. And I just got started watching like earlier this year watching Castlevania. What is the new? Oh my god, I forget what it's called. The Netflix one. Is it Castlevania Nocturne? Is that what I'm thinking? And again, chat, we're holding out a little bit longer. Like I had to end my stream because it got to 6 hours, and I had copyrighted audio on it, which like I can't edit the stream if it's longer than 6 hours on YouTube. That would be a huge problem for me. But I wanted to hear what at least what Shakespeare had to say. Like, hopefully, would love to talk to Dat Katie about this as well. I'm not sure if we're gonna have time for this, but I'm giving it a little bit longer by restarting the stream at this point. In an attempt to give you some closure, because like that's one thing that I always like. I don't want to You know, as tempting as it is to leave you hanging on a cliff, like a cliffhanger, I really do want to I really do want to offer some kind of closure. Because there's more to talk about. This is not over yet. This is still going on. There's still, you know, I'm sure attempts to get Hasan deplatformed. There's a big attempt to like smear Hasan, to smear Hasan's guest, and like I said, I don't know what's in our dude's heart. You know what he really feels, right? I'm not saying that like you know he's perfect and there's nothing you know bad about him. I'm just saying that this isn't exactly the own that Destiny and his community think it is. Like finding a Google translation that sounds sussy is a little bit different than um you know having the own that they want to have on Hasan. I think we can kind of chalk this up to W culture. And if you're unfamiliar with what I'm talking about with W culture, right? There's a lot of streams that you would see that you know they'll be typing like you know W Aiden, like Aiden Ross stream, right? You know Aiden does something awesome, owns somebody, they say W Aiden, right? That's what I mean by W culture, or like L person that they don't like, right? W meaning win, L meaning loss, of course. And as much as like you know like with Aiden Ross, I'm talking about like a kick streamer whose audience is incredibly young, incredibly immature. This mentality pervades a lot of the debate sphere, right? And a lot of what motivates a streamer like Vosh or any of Vosh's orbiters, whether it be Demon Mama, Xander Hall, Keffels, or whoever, is a sense that they need the W's. Literally in debate culture, the W is what allows a streamer to grow, is what allows a streamer to get a good reputation, gain momentum, and be more influential, right? So those W's aren't just like something that they want. The W's are necessary. It's W or die as a debate streamer, right? And that's kind of the culture that I came from. I did a lot of debates early in my career. I won some and lost some. Whenever I lost a debate, I always tried to like learn from it. But I also, one important thing that I learned is that the winner or loser of a debate does not necessarily determine right or wrong. That being mainly from experiences where I won debates where I later found out I was objectively wrong on. And so it made it really clear to me that debate, for whatever it is, you know, entertainment or you know, marketplace of ideas, whatever you see debate as, it's not the be all end all in terms of deciding, you know, what's true and what's not true, right? If you're using it for that, then you're really, you know, kind of misleading yourself. Because I will tell you from experience that it is very easy to win a debate in which you are objectively wrong, morally wrong, even, right? I've you know had, and that's the worst thing in the world, to like have like crushed somebody in a debate and then later realize that they were right about it, right? It's I don't know, for me at least, that's like that's not a good feeling. It's almost worse than losing a debate where you were right. Debate streamers teach one lesson: the W is all that counts. That's their mentality, and that's what's wrong with them. That's one of the perverse incentives that makes this sphere so toxic. That's what causes Vosh to need to not just like defeat, you know, Professor Flowers in a debate, but Vosh has got to smear, you know, got to smear Professor Flowers as like an ethnostater, right? He's got to like illegitimize his opponent, especially if somebody gets the better of you, right? And that's what I experienced in the debate with Dylan Burns. Kind of a mismatch. I didn't really realize, you know, how much of a mismatch, but right, you know, Dylan, despite him being much better known, having a much better bigger chat than me, he had no business debating me. He literally didn't know what he was talking about. We were trying to talk about platforming, and the guy was just like completely lost in the debate. It should have been just, kind of maybe a learning opportunity for Dylan, but he didn't want to learn. He wanted the W, right? And at that point, after being embarrassed like he was, after being shown as the intellectual lightweight that he actually is, right? He had to find some way to delegitimize me in order to convince his chat that this, indisputable L that I'd handed him was actually a W. And that resulted in more than 2 years of harassment for me, right? So yeah, this is something that's kind of near and dear to my heart. Yeah, it would be awesome if we could farm some likes now, because we're starting over with a brand new stream. If you liked the last stream, that like doesn't count for this stream. So I would be very thankful for everybody that can hit that like button once again, or if you're in here for the first time, hit the like button for the first time, right? You can support me in so many different ways, right? Whether it is through subbing on Twitch, which gets you out of the ad breaks, becoming a member on YouTube, which gives you the emotes and also access to all kinds of exclusive content, whether it's through super chats, super stickers, through bits, through straight up donations, or even on Patreon. Like it all helps me come back to you day after day, week after week for more content. This is especially true even if you don't have the ability to support me in any monetary sense. You can still do so through just hitting that like button. That like button is kind of overpowered. It's a little bit of a secret, right? Everybody wants to know, how can they help me out in the Al Gore rhythm, right? How do you bring more people in here? Well, one of the ways that you can do it is by hitting that like button. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm trying to play this Vampire Survivor. Like I said, I just started playing this game yesterday. I feel like I'm pretty good at it. I mean, it's not like the highest skill game in the world. It's a pretty good streaming game. So open up your fancy liquor cabinet and pour the like button. An expensive drink, yeah. James Baldwin, are we talking about BCAT K? Canadian Brunch says to be skilled at debate is to be able to make anything sound convincing. I mean, isn't there a character in Animal Farm like that? I feel like this is literally like we're literally talking about like one of the infamous pigs from Animal Farm having the ability to convince people that day is night and night is day, right? It's not exactly like a positive skill to have. I don't want to I don't hate debate. I don't hate, debate. I don't hate anybody, right? But it's there's something to be said about the danger of charlatans, right? The danger of sophistry. And when you gamify debate like it's been done in this space, and in many cases the apples don't fall very far from the rotten tree, that being DGG, you end up with a lot of sophistry. And it is not helpful when you're talking about, things that have real like ethical, moral implications, things that even on a pragmatic level, like I said, if you want what's best for the world, if you want safety for people in Palestine, safety for people in Israel, safety for people in the world, see, Castlevania reference, Bloody Tear, right? That's definitely a Castlevania reference. Then you should want a ceasefire in Gaza. It almost, like there's an aspect even beyond the moral reasons that you should want a ceasefire in Gaza. There's pragmatic reasons for that too. And it seems like more and more people are coming around to that understanding. We watched Johnny Harris's video earlier today. Johnny Harris has a new video talking about what he's identifying as a sort of symbiosis between, strangely enough, like Hamas and the right-wing forces in the Israeli government, how they kind of, you know, play off of each other in some kind of weird symbiosis. And it's I'm glad that there's more people, you know, recognizing this. And as many criticisms as I have for Johnny Harris, you know, like Johnny CIA Harris as he's called, like, you know, I'm encouraged with the video that he just put out. Obviously I don't agree with a lot that Johnny Harris says, but this was like the best video of his that I've seen in a long time. Okay, if I look at this screen, maybe. Oh my god, there I am. Okay. I'm trying to be able to read chat and do the screen, do the game at the same time. How are you doing, chat? Yeah, again, we're just kind of playing some Vampire Survivor here, waiting for hopefully Shakespeare to get back from dinner. It was just kind of some kind of bad timing in terms of me getting done with the reactions that I needed to get done with at the same time that that Shakespeare needed to eat. So hopefully she'll get back here. Also have put out the invitation to talk to Dat Katie, another Twitch streamer who's got some ideas of the phrase that is the phrase in question, right? The phrase that like is getting translated by the Google Translates as something that sounds kind of, you know, iffy and maybe anti-Semitic. Obviously, we don't want to be relying on Google Translates for that, but we do have Shakespeare who has looked at it and says that um, that people on Twitter may have misunderstood this, and as well as Katie, who's got like, you know, sort of analog in Hebrew for this phrase that might shed some light on that subject. So we're just waiting to get some closure on that, because I don't want to. Otherwise, I'm going to feel bad. I'm going to feel like I'm doing the thing where I'm leaving you on. There's the vampire. There's the vampire. Okay, so like I said, the goal of oh my god, I should have leveled up more. That is some serious vampiric shit right there. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my god, I've never fought the vampire before, but there's the wow. I'm just trying not to get pincered here. But we're doing okay. Look, my health's like holding up and everything. That's really encouraging. But yeah, the vampire what like puts out a bunch of mobs at you, and see if we can do something about those mobs. I feel like the other game that, and you're gonna think this is strange possibly, right? The other game that this reminds me of is actually Kingdom Hearts, in that there's like a ton of enemies, like a ton of I don't know, XP and money that you items like coming off those enemies, and you know, various different attacks that you can use, and various different builds. I don't know. Does anybody, if you heard the music, I think you'd even more. In fact, let me just like since we're not reacting to anything right now, I can put the music back on a little bit. Tell me what you think about this music. Do you think does this remind, because obviously more than anything it's got like Castlevania vibes, but I think it's also got Kingdom Hearts vibes. I don't know. Obviously it's a very different game than like a side scroller, like a 2D side scroller like Castlevania. Very different than what do you even want to call like now there's a name for the kind of game that Kingdom Hearts is, right? It's like a hack and slash, right? I think that's the best but yeah, we got a lot of boss enemies here. We got that are attacking me. A lot of normal enemies. And I think that a vampire is gonna come out of there. Like, see that coffin right there? I'm pretty sure a vampire is gonna come. Oh my god, don't get hit by the skulls. There we go. That chicken, much like, yeah, that's another Castlevania reference. I think they call it floor chicken, Chad. It's not wall chicken, it's floor chicken. So, like I said, I've not played Castlevania myself very much, but I'm familiar with it from a Minecraft map that was sort of modeled after it. Can you hear the music? I might have the music turned down too much, because I can hear the game sounds, but I can't really hear the music. And I was just like wondering if people thought that, like, because like the vibes I get from the music are like first Castlevania and second Kingdom Hearts. I feel like those have got to be a pretty major influence on this game. But yeah, I don't know if I gotta attack. Do I need to attack the do I need to attack the coffin? Because I know that if you beat the vampire... Oh wait, do we beat the vampire, or is that some other... I think that's a lesser enemy. Touch the coffin? Really? You just have to touch the coffin? See, that sounds like a trick. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm sorry that we're waiting on this. It's just like the timing. Yo! Thank you, Pasqualina Belpays. But the vampire is in another coffin? No! Do we get something? Giovanna Grana joins the survivors. Wait. What does that mean? Wait, that looks like one of the bosses, but like with different color scheme. Okay, so I'm continuing to play this, right? Did I get something from that? Did I like power up at all? Because I thought that that's why I was going for the coffin, was to power up. We're pretty powerful here, chat. Level 46. Not a lot can touch us. But yeah, I'm just holding out on the off chance that we can talk to somebody that can provide a little bit more like a little bit more information on the phrase that was used and its meaning. You know, rather than a Google Translate meaning, we want a real meaning. We want, like, what does this mean to a Yemeni speaker in Arabic? What does this mean for, you know, somebody like our like Hasan's interviewee? Like, what was he actually saying, rather than just like... Let's let's put, okay, so there's chicken over this way. I probably need to head that way. The chicken heals you, chat. Oh, there we go. There's chicken right there. So there's nothing else over to the right. Everything seems to be over to the left. Oh my god, look at that giant... Okay, we're doing okay. We got the chicken. We got the... Sometimes when you have to charge through these fuckers, that's when you really get hurt. Yeah, like, I don't want to get in this situation. This is the situation right here that I don't like. But if we can get some chicken, we'll be okay. Like, I don't know. There's, like, chicken. There's, like, ham. Oh, my God. I keep on getting... Push the blue... The blue dudes are frozen, so if we can push them out of the way or... decimate their ranks before pushing through them, that seems to be better. It's getting really hard. It's getting really hard. I don't know if I should try beating some of these bosses, maybe? Oh, shit. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Let's get that. Oh, my God. We're fucked. We are fucked. Okay, so there it is. Level 50. Level 50. I think I did better in my last run. We're all mad in here. I mean, I was mad earlier. I was freaking out. You unlocked a new powerful character? Oh, that's the powerful character. Okay. Unlocks bump bump bump. So we unlocked, that's the powerful. She's like a witch. Should we... I'm really liking Pasqualina, right? Pasqualina, I think, is like my favorite character so far. And so you can like unlock all these little power-ups. The revival one seems pretty cool. Should we try this one? It's Giovanna. What, her thing is a cat? Yo, we gotta use her. Oh wait, we might not. Oh shit, it takes 12. Okay, we can't. Damn it, I spent too much money. We'll do Pasqualina one more time on the same thing because I feel like well, we beat the vampire this time, so that's good. But oh wait, I should have. Okay, options. Music. There's the music. So I gotta like not spend the money that we get from this run, and then we'll use it to unlock Giovanna. The witch. With a cat. That sounds like a pretty base character. We're gonna do knives this time. I'll show you knives. The knives are pretty... Yeah, see what I mean about the Castlevania? Like the knife is from Castlevania, the holy water, the laurel, the garlic. It's pretty Castlevania-esque. The music, especially at certain times, it almost sounds like it's like, wait a minute, is that like literally like a song from Castlevania? Because it sounds like it. Oh yeah, and the fact that you destroy the lamps to get level up the knife. To get like items. But yeah, this game seems to be like all about kiting, managing RNG, like figuring out how to combine power-ups, because it seems like some power-ups work really well with each other, or maybe like even work better on some enemies than others. It is not what you'll find about this game, like, right? So you see how it's shooting these two knives, and it's almost like on a rhythm. That's all it does, right? I can't press a button to make a weapon fire. The weapons fire automatically, and they fire kind of, I mean, it's not at random, but some of them, like their placement is kind of random. Some of them, it's just like the direction you're facing. See, so like if I'm oh. I'm all out of floor chicken also. Are you playing this? If you have Xbox Game Pass, you basically have this game because it's free on Game Pass right now. That's how I got it. And be careful though, because it's very addictive. It's like I don't usually get like into games like this, but this one, it's so stimulating, especially like when you level up. Okay, so that's a boss. Let's get the boss. Get the boss. I'm gonna try a little fire wand. Just to show you some different weapons that are available. There's the fire wand. And so, yeah, part of it's timing too. I think like if you sort of time, oh, there we go. If you can kind of time the, you know, the knives and the fire wand, and it's harder to time things like the main weapon, the diagonal thing. It's hella addictive, and it gets you because of all the bleeping lights and chests and gems. You can literally play it while doing anything, including streaming, right? Which is sometimes a problem. Sometimes, like, when I'm trying to play Minecraft and streaming at the same time, I'm constantly finding myself having to pause Minecraft. But yeah, we were playing earlier with streamer mode, right? It's neat thing about this game is it has a streamer mode if you're playing on Twitch, where your chat can choose the power-ups for you. your chat can also choose the enemies that get spammed against you. Like anytime like an event happens, whether it's like a good event or like a bad event, right? Your chat can choose that. And we were trying to do that. It just got a little bit annoying because it makes it pause every so often. And it was just like it was spamming up chat a little bit too. So I'm gonna try to see if there's a way that I can get around that. There's some kind of workaround because I think that's really cool. Unfortunately, it doesn't have that for YouTube. All right, because this would be a really fun game to play if YouTube and Twitch could vote on what power-ups I got. I listen to Dankmas whenever I Minecraft. This game has a nice sound though. Disco Elysium. People have told me that I need to play that. Yeah, I kind of don't know if this is going to be a good run. I think the knives were a mistake, maybe. Let's level up the fire wand a little bit. And we got the classic, we got the whip. The classic vampire fighting weapon. Wait, I feel like this is literally, like, am I wrong, chat? This is like, I think this is literally a Castlevania song. Okay, so at this point, when you see your health going down, you know you need some floor chicken. You need to get that floor chicken. There it is. Do the garlic. You haven't played Castlevania in a long time. I own a bunch of them on Xbox. Yeah, there's like a bunch of games, right? The one that's like the side scrolling, like the classic one, I think is like it's like an 80s game. So a lot of the references are from that. I think it stayed a side scroller up until, I don't know, what was the first game that was like a 3D Castlevania? There's even a name for games like Castlevania or Metroid, which are Metroidvania, like it's a kind of like classical video game genre. But obviously this is top down. It's a little different than your 2D side scroller. Look at me talking about video games like I know them, right? That's right, I'm a Twitch streamer. I'm supposed to know video games. That's the funniest thing about being a Twitch streamer is everybody's, like, their preconception about, like, a Twitch streamer, you're playing video games. And I hardly ever do that. This is, like, one of the only times that I am just playing video games, right? Usually I am at the very least, you know, if I'm playing video games at all, I'm like streaming too, but we're just kind of in a holding pattern here again, waiting for a little bit more authoritative word on, like Sarah said, she's talked to Shakespeare, she's talked to Dat Katie, and both of them give us a sense that the phrase that was used was not used as an anti-Semitic insult, right? Was more descriptive than it's coming across. But I would love to be able to talk to both Shakespeare and Dat Katie, and you know, get it straight from ask them a few questions about, because like, I mean, I'm telling you, like, lib Twitter is going off on this, right? They think they've got the smoking gun. They think this is proof that Hasan platformed a bad person, right? All the while, like, Destiny's got that picture where he's fist bumping with Nick Fuentes.